And Coach, obviously a little bit different feeling after this one than we had on Tuesday. What was your message to your team when you went into the locker room?
Just that they're a good team. I mean, I wasn't 100% thrilled with our effort, but Oconto's a good team. They're physical, they're fast, they're pushing the ball. So I thought we did okay. There's some bright spots. There's some things to still work on, but happy enough.
Now we take a look at, especially early on in the game, it seemed like that defensive set that they had on you, it was a lot of high passes, a lot of wide passes as well, just to try to break it. And a lot of times it was kind of unforced errors for the most part, but I guess you could say that they were forced because of that defense that they were throwing out yet. Tell us a little bit about what your guys had to deal with to try to break it.
Sure. We had seen a little bit of tape on them and saw that they dropped into like a 1-2-2 very briefly. They were playing man for the most part. So, I mean, that 1-3-1 kind of caught us by surprise. We had a little feeling of it after seeing the JV play, and they kind of did the same thing. So we talked about it in the locker room, but, every team plays it differently, and it's different, from when you try to like replicate that in practice to go live. And these guys obviously, they're well suited for it. They got Carter up there with all that length. It makes it really tough. I mean, our guys are not, super tall, so to pass over him is quite a challenge. They're well suited to play that 1-3-1, and we definitely struggle against it.
We talked about it after the NEW Lutheran game that Luke Rarica needed a game like that to find a shot. I think it's pretty safe that if he can get a shot off, he's got it back. Yeah, we'll knock on wood on that one.
It was great that it traveled. It wasn't just the lights down at NEW. I wasn't at the front of my mind, but I was hoping that he would stay hot. Hopefully he's just seeing the ball and feeling it and just feeling confident about his shot. But yeah, that was nice to see him get hot. Carried us offensively. It would have been nice, if the other guys stepped up and were able to knock down some shots. But yeah, a silver lining is that he's still hot, so that's great.
Now another thing that we saw. Now you had another game like this earlier when Kyan Jackson, who's so dangerous when he's able to kind of penetrate into the lane, get to the hoop. He had another one of those games where today, I mean, he couldn't even get into the lane for the most part and stuff. How do you have to kind of change your offense a little bit when defenses kind of give him fits and he can't penetrate and then kick it back out to somebody else?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I don't know if that was their plan, but I mean, it's definitely, zones. You got to really know where you're going and what you're doing with the ball to be able to dribble drive against that. Usually it's attacking at the elbow and trying to kick to some guy in the corner. And we did that a couple times, but yeah, he wants to play downhill. He wants to get to the basket. It's tough to do against the zone. We thought about putting him in the corner and having Marco and Braden Keita up top just so that Kyan could attack baseline a little bit more. But we needed his ball handling up top. We're a little too limited to be just throwing guys around. The guys probably weren't in the best position. I'll take ownership of that. We'll be more prepared next time.
2 more games before the holiday break. What do you want to see from your team before everybody breaks for Christmas?
Yeah, we're traveling to Wabeno on Tuesday. We've had that one circled on our calendar. I mean, we know the type of team they are. We can see them in regionals or sectionals. We've seen them in the playoffs before. So it's always a good matchup. We're hoping to play well, get off the bus, ready to play there.
What's the movie going out to Wabeno? You got that picked out?
No, but we were talking about Hustle, that Adam Sandler movie. He's the trainer. He's a scout.
Okay.
It's overseas one. It's a good one. It's like there's a little bit of like Rocky themes in there. It's good. Right. That'd be a good one for a long trip.
There we go.
The guys are too young for Celtic Pride. They didn't get that one. Thank you for the loaner. But yeah, they were like, what is this?
Well, we're just going to have to work on the classics. Head coach Travis Ward, thanks so much for joining us on the post-game show.